And so I'm curious about your funding journey, having recently come into the Tractor Village. Curious
Mhm.
to sort of share with our audience how you've thought about funding, how you've funded it so far, and kind of what your decision making criteria was in moving into bringing into some debt into the business.
Yeah. So Gem, my business partner, Gemma Eaton, and myself are very, I think it's, not open to a lot of risk, to be honest. So we've bootstrapped Purple Playground right from day dot, and we've managed to be successful to, 7 years in. So
Amazing.
we never really wanted to be in debt. Having the home mortgage is debt enough for us individually. So we've never had funding before or finance or anything like that. But truth be told, been following Tractor Ventures for a long time now. We just love that, startup ecosystem and then the things that you do for that those amazing businesses and leaders and entrepreneurs. And we're very similar in the sense of helping those founders build something steady and dependable and genuinely impactful.
Mm.
And so it really resonated with us. And I did a small chuckle then when you said, tell me about your decision-making process around this. So we were looking at what our runway is coming into 2026. We're just about to launch a whole new service offering, being a HR membership, and which is the fourth main service offering that we do. And with that in mind, we were okay, where do we want to go? Resetting goals at this time. And then bam, because I subscribed to Tractor Ventures in my inbox, I was like, Gemma, what do you think about this? And we both just went, we're normally quite, we're typical HR in the sense of we very process driven, we have a system, we work through things methodically, but we're not typical in many other senses. But when it comes to finance, we are, except for this. I don't know what it was, whoever does your marketing. And I just went, Jem, we need to do this. I interrupted her. We work remotely, but I interrupted her day and we just went, what have we got to lose? Let's try. Because I always thought Tractor Ventures was not necessarily for a B2B service based business. I always thought it was mainly the ecosystem of tech and that sort of area.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, they're probably just, what's the worst can happen? They can say no.
Yeah.
And my gosh, you guys move fast. So we were super pumped. We were like, oh my gosh, we've got this. And we did the application and Gemma processed it, sent you everything you needed. And so that was our journey. That's why I had a little chuckle around. There wasn't much to sit the shoes behind it. It was more, let's go for it. So
That's great, but I
yeah.
love that. We do have Dan in our marketing team who's amazing. But
There you
also
go.
I do love that you've trusted your instinct. Sometimes it is instinct,
Yeah,
right? Sometimes it's like,
it
oh, this feels right.
was.
It's not like you didn't know who we were. It was just like,
That's right.
actually, we're doing this planning now and this has just bounced in and we should totally try this. I think that's awesome. I think we often ignore our instincts too much in business.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.